What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit that notification bell. All right, y'all. Let's get into this video real quick. Man, I know we all waiting for the Knicks to make that announcement about who will be the New York Knicks Nets head coach. You're hearing a lot of things. Tyler Jenkins is the first guy up, and he seems to be a favorite of a lot of Knicks fans. People who don't want to see Mike Brown, people don't want to see Mike Malone. They're talking about that might just be a Tom Thibodeau 2.0. But I'm not going to talk about the coaching too much in this video. I'm a drift, you know what I'm saying? Because this is mainly about the mock draft and, what days coming up. It's basically less than a week, or just over a week that the draft will be upon us, and the Knicks will be picking at 50. And maybe if Leon Rose work his magic, it's going to be a lot of hard work to work something out we can get in the first round. But with that being said, I know y'all hearing a lot of rumors. Y'all hearing the KD, Knicks rejected KD, and I'm happy. I'm going to be real. I'm glad we happy because it would have cost us a lot of players. And it wasn't like the Knicks didn't try. I'm going to say, let me back up. It ain't that they, as I'm hearing rumors, and a lot of times when I hear stuff, I really take it with this much, with grain of salt, because we all know that the Knicks don't talk to the media. And that's the thing a lot about all these commentators, Stephen A., all these guys, Sham, everybody who we get our information from. They sometimes I ain't saying make up stories because just because the Knicks don't talk to the media, that don't mean the Knicks counterpart, whoever they talking to, does not talk to the media. But until I hear something come straight from Leon Rose, I kind of take it with salt and throw it back, even though it might have, truth into it. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm most concerned with right now is the Knicks hiring a coach. I'm not really concerned about bringing KD on his team. I know that the Knicks had talks and they rejected offers from the Suns. The Suns, they wanted Mikal Bridges or OG, but with that would have came a package of a plethora of players, and they would have gutted the New York Knicks. And I don't think KD is worth that at this stage of his career. I'm going to be real. I give KD 2, maybe 3 years left, and he's out. And in 2 or 3 years when he's performing, I don't think he's going to be performing at the level that we're used to seeing Kevin Durant perform that. If that was the case, the Phoenix Suns would have made it farther than they did in the playoffs. The Phoenix Suns would have had a better record. He's not that mercenary that everybody once believed he was. He's not that guy anymore. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at today's stars. He's not that guy. If he was I'm going to say something that's very disrespectful, and I don't care if y'all get mad. If we were to bring him and he could come off the bench, I would be happy with that. I'll be real. But Kevin Durant is not that guy anymore. He's not that guy that's going to get you over the hump for a championship. That's just my belief. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel about him. He's 30-something years old, close to 40 years old. Let's be real. He's not LeBron James. LeBron James is not that guy anymore. That's just what it is. Father Time catches up with everybody. Yeah, everybody keep forgetting about that. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant, another season, 1 year older. Let's be real with ourselves. It makes no sense to bring Kevin Durant in if you want to win a champion. He's not that mercenary. He's not going to play a full season. God damn it, it ain't even a guarantee that he would be in the playoffs. So when everybody comes down, when I say everybody, I'm talking about these commentators, Stephen A. Smith, when they talk about what the Knicks could have done and should have done, I disagree. I'm standing with Leon Rose. He's thinking about the future. It would be the Knicks going back to what they used to do, falling on old players, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, they outlast their prime, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant is on, I'm not saying he's done, but I give him 3 years the most, and I guarantee you that out of them 3 years, each year you will see his productivity slip. All right, with that being said, let's get into this mock draft, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get into it. The New York Knicks got the 50th pick. We're going to look past the pre-draft outlook because we know what we did. We don't want to relive going to the conference finals and getting knocked out by Indiana. But the way to go, Pickens will be slim at number 50, but the Knicks must fill out the end of their roster on the cheap. We might have that $5 million exemption. We're going to talk about our current roster and players leaving just for a second before we get to our 4 prospects. I promise you, just stay with me, watch it, you know what I'm saying, and let me know. Hit me in the comments. Tell me who you think out of these guys would be best fit for New York Knicks. They should try to find an older, useful forward at that spot with Eric Dixon. And in my last video, you heard me talk highly of Zion James and a little bit mix of Zion and a little bit of LeBron. That's just a little corny joke. John Tung and Darian Williams among some possibilities. All right, with that being said, let's get right over to the roster and what it looks like right now. Under contract, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players, really? Well, 7 players of our top players. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 players that's currently under contract. And what, another 9 players going out. Make sure, come on, I need the way I say another 9 players going out. Now, before we get to the prospects, I want to talk about Kevin Mackler Jr. He's a free agent, and we might lose him. And I thought, I'm gonna be real, I liked him in college, and I thought he could have been a good fit on this team. And what's going to happen is he's going to go sign with a rival, and we're going to see how good this kid is, how really good this kid is. And who do we have to blame for that? Like I said, I'm going to talk about Tom Thibodeau just a little bit in this video. It's Tom Thibodeau. You know what I'm saying? A kid that can be, I ain't going to say a star, but could be a contributing piece on a championship team. We seen what he was doing, and when he was with us, once he got healthy, because he came in injured, undrafted, and people were like, yeah, this might be something special we could have here. And it's still because we got him undrafted. And he was that player that Tibbs, everybody talk about Tibbs and his defense, and he gave the kid no shine. Like y'all, a lot of y'all keep coming talking about what the Knicks did and in 5 years and stuff, but y'all never point out the roster. And when I say that, I think we could have made the playoffs or the Eastern Conference Final with any other damn coach. I'm just going to be 100% real. And y'all got to be 100% real with yourself. Any other coach with the roster that the New York Knicks have built, with the players, we would have made the playoffs. We would have. I ain't saying we probably would have had it better than the 51 record. We probably could have finished second instead of third in the East. Y'all come on, y'all act like Mikal Bridges didn't come out publicly and say that we cannot continue to play this way. And the man was not going to change. Dylan Wright, I thought he could have been playing more. We go out, we make trades, we sign players for them to rot on the bench. Marjon Beauchamp, didn't see nothing from him. PJ Tucker just came in to take a spot. Now, I'm not saying that's Tibbs' fault, but what you bringing him in for? That one is on Leon Rose. That one is 100% on Leon Rose. But Anton Watson couldn't help. Ariel Hooker-Porty, come on, man. We know, we look at these free agents going out. So this is why I have some centers in my mock draft, and I have some small forwards, power forward. I have not yet went with a point guard because I think with Tyre Corlett, Miles McBride, and still having Brunson, we have a point guard. I don't think the Knicks will go out and draft a point guard. Maybe we'll bring in one that's undrafted, but I don't think they would draft a point guard. I know people talk about needing a point guard backup, whatever, but I don't think we're going to do that. We have basically 3 point guards under contract, even though Miles McBride has been playing off guard and sometimes sparingly used as a point guard with Tom Thibodeau. He is or was a point guard in Virginia State. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Let's move on to these draft prospects. I do like this kid very much, and this is why I bring him right in. Yannick Koenen Niederhauser, that last name, from Switzerland. A very interesting prospect. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Very interesting prospect. A big that I think can do a lot of things for the New York Knicks. And we're gonna see, because, like I said, we'll see if Leon Rose have worked out any magic in that first round to get us a player in the first round. But with that being said, let's just talk about what Yannick could be. He could have an upside swing for the Knicks, especially if we're looking to interject some athleticism, rim protection, and long-term potential in the front court rotation. The one thing that's right now he's not a plug and play player yet. You know what I'm saying? His fundamentals and shooting, he's going to have to work on. He's shooting 21% from three, but he's a big, so I ain't too concerned about him shooting from three, and his defensive awareness need work. But in the right system with patience and development, he could become a game changer down the line. And this is why a lot of people is really leaning towards Tyler Jenkins, because we know what he can do with young talent and how he developed young talent. You know what I'm saying? And he would be able to develop, I'm thinking help, with our young prospects. We're going to lose. I'm upset that we're going to lose Makala. I'm going to be real with you. All right, but let's get back to Yannick. One of the big stories from the NBA Combine was that, his emergency after dominating in the camp. He looked good in it. That's what I'm saying. This is why I'm intrigued. He looked good in the Combine. I know, like I'm saying, he's raw, but that physical and that athletic talent is going to be kind of hard to pass up. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's there at 50. He's slated to go somewhere like maybe I think 45, something like that. So there's a possibility that he might not be there for the Knicks, but there's a possibility that he will. And I bring him in as our first, person prospect is because Aaron Hooker-Porty is a free agent. We might lose him. So if we lose him, we got to have that backup piece. We got to have that backup piece. You know what I'm saying? And I think this kid could come in because Mitchell Robinson's going to be there less. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Leon Rose trying to pull something up, but I don't think Leon Rose was trying to try to get rid of Mitchell Robinson just for a first-round pick. So Mitchell Robinson is secure. And if we do make a trade, most likely, like everybody's saying, and what I read, that Karl Anthony Towns was offered for KD. It was Karl Anthony Towns and who did they offer for KD? Towns and Hooker-Porty. Damn, that had left us trapped. But either way, if they was willing to offer Hooker-Porty, that means Hooker-Porty is not in a long plan future. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what do this kid bring? At 7 foot with a pogo stick hops, he's a lob threat, shot blocker. He can contribute on the bench, anchor that defense, transition weapon. He runs the floor like a wing and finishes with soft touches and thunderous dunks. That kind of energy would supercharge the Knicks bench for right now. Because if he played like that and he grow more, he would be a starter one day. But what is the knocking on the Knicks? And that's the bench. Now, we got a big with that energy. This is a 7-footer, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That can run the floor like a wing. That can get up and down with the pogo stick. You know what I'm saying? A soft touch around the rim. So I'm just saying, like, if you look at his projectile right now, he would be better than Mitchell Robinson in 4 years. I'm just going to be real. You know what I'm saying? Unless we get our next coach come in and bring out Mitchell Robinson offensive potential, because let's face it, let's be real, not face it, one of my favorite words. Watching what Mitchell Robinson was doing in high school, and then you got to realize it was high school, but skipping college, he was dominant in the post. And we didn't get none of that from him out of no coach that we had here from the New York Knicks. So if a coach would come and get the best out of Mitchell Robinson, I'm all for that. All right? Young kid, low cost, high ceiling depth, a likely second round pick. He wouldn't eat into the cap because you already know the Knicks is looking woo. And then, because we got some players going out, we might be able to make some minute moves. So it's interesting right now for the New York Knicks. And when I say interesting, I mean that Leon Rose got his work cut out for him this summer. All right, next player on this list is my man, Hunter Salas. Now, Hunter Salas is a kid I really do like. I'm not saying the Knicks would go out and get him 6'5", but he's exciting. I'm going to be real with you. He's a very exciting player to watch, in my opinion. He averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2.8 assists, shot 45% from the field. And you see he got better. Well, look at his last 4 years in school. First 2 years, average 4 points, 18 points. So he consistent. That's why I give him. So if he come into the league and he average what 15, 16 points, I think he will be more than that because the kid's a scorer, man. Let's be real. I got some little video of him real quick. The kid is a scorer. I would like to see him. Well, the Knicks give him a chance, but it is what it is. I'm not too. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what do he bring? You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that in a second. Could be a stealthy weapon for the Knicks, especially if they're looking for the add some length, athleticism. Kid do play defense well, but I don't know what the Knicks going to do if they're looking for a player at that position. He's not a finished product, but in the playoffs, you get in the playoffs, it's good to have somebody who's long, athletic, especially a wing that can defend multiple players, smart. You know what I'm saying? That's invaluable. He can be a real good glue guy. Remind me of a Josh Okogie and Bruce Brown, a younger, springier version of both of them players. But yeah, I like this kid. I'm gonna be real with you. I do like him. You know what I'm saying? On the one of the most productive and efficient pull-up shooters, Hunter, scoring from what 2 guard. I think he can be at the next level. He can be all right, but the reason I'm hesitant with him because he lacked that playmaking skill. But I don't know, man. Scoring consecutive, points, 18 points, effective, self-creating. He can score at 3 levels. Will be interesting. I mean, he's going to generate some interest. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if the Knicks is looking for a small, the 6'5" guard right now. We got Mikal Bridges. Then we got guys going out. Then, like I said, we're going to be looking to fill some roles. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I like him. He's an interesting player. I like him. We're just going to see what the Knicks. I don't know. I'm not 100% on Silas. I'm just going to be right there. But what will he bring to this team? Excuse me, at 6'5" with a 6'10" wingspan. He has the tools to guard from 1-3 position, be disrupted in the passing lane. His lateral quickness and anticipation makes him a natural fit in a switch-heavy scheme. Perfect for playoff matchups where every possession counts. This would have been a Tom Thibodeau guy. This guy would have been a Tom Thibodeau guy, but what Tom Thibodeau had played him? You know what I'm saying? A transition threat. He's explosive in the open floor. The Knicks, who often play at a slower pace, let's be real, could benefit from his ability to turn defense into instant offense and interject some tempo in that second unit. It's all about the second unit, y'all, because we got our starting unit. Unless Leon Rose makes a move, and even if Leon Rose make a move with Towns, it's going to be for a player that's going to be starting. You know what I'm saying? He developing the offensive game at Wake Forest with Silas showed real growth as a scorer and a shooter. If he continues to prove his 3-point consistency and decision making, he could become a reliable 3-and-D. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Mikal Bridges, something every contender needs. Again, low ego, high motor, role player. He doesn't need the ball in the hand to be impactful. That's huge for teams, you know what I'm saying, with established scorers like Brunson and Towns. He wouldn't have to demand the ball and disrupt the flow of offense, you know what I'm saying? I like this kid a lot, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to see, man. We definitely going to see. It's like I said, when I say interesting, I mean the Knicks got their work cut out for them. All right, they got their work cut out for all parties, man. The next guy on this list, Eric Dixon, a guy that everybody think that the Knicks should go because of whatever that Villanova connection. He's a beast. I'm gonna be real with you. He's a beast. And now, if I was stuck on one player, it would be this kid, but I do like Zion James, you know what I'm saying? But this is another guy that I would like to see on the Knicks, especially on our second unit, because he's a guaranteed scorer, just like Silas. You know what I'm saying? Just like Hunter. I like Silas. He's another scoring guy. But this guy, 23 points a game, let college in scoring. Man, listen, Eric Dixon will be just what the Knicks need to come off the bench. Let's be real. could be a very, I would say sneaky good addition, but it wouldn't be nothing sneaky about it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Knicks trying to win a championship, he could be a piece of that puzzle. Especially if we can grab him as late as he going, as everybody's suggesting that the Knicks going to get him in the mock draft. If we can get him with that 50th pick, I don't know, man. That our bench would definitely be something to contend with. You know what I'm saying? I know he's not a defensive stopper, but if the Knicks surround him with plus defenders and use him in the right matchups, man, he can be very valuable in the season, regular season, especially in the playoffs when Jalen Brunson and whoever we got on our starters at the time we make the playoffs go to the bench and we need that scoring. Come on, 23 points a game, 23 points a game. But I know there's a lot of questions about his fit at the next level, such as who does he defend? Will he be able to create separation offensively? But come on, man, late in the second round, teams, if not the Knicks, teams will at least be talking about, this guy. He was the nation leading scorer, who just hit 94 threes. He made 94 threes, and I say it like that because y'all know that is something in college. 6'8", 265 pounds. Sharpshooter. Shot maker. I'm telling you, man, he could be that pick and roll pop guy, but imagine getting him because he got that 265-pound body, getting him in the paint, abusing cats. But come on, as you see in the video, y'all see this kid can be something special. He definitely could be something special. You know what I'm saying? He definitely can. And what do he bring to our beloved New York Knicks? No matter win or lose, the team I choose. Instant offense, averaging 23 points. At Villanova, he shot over 40% from three on high volume. That kind of scoring could give the Knicks a reliable second unit weapon. Something they lacked, especially with their bench ranking last in scoring last year. And I blame that on Tibbs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our bench and Eps, I blame on Tibbs. I'm going to be real with you. That's the reason why he's gone. Y'all, when I say y'all, I'm talking about your Tom Thibodeau defenders. I'm talking about y'all guys that got the jobs making millions on ESPN and talking about the Knicks did Tibbs wrong. And some of y'all talking about how the Knicks went out and fired Tibbs and they didn't have a backup plan. But let's be real. Whenever a coach get fired, do the GM already have the coach they want to replace him in mind? No. This is regular business. But they want to make it a big deal because it's the New York Knicks. And for some reason, it's Tom Thibodeau. I mean, I respect the man for what he done in the past, but I'm an old school guy. You know what I'm saying? I turn the record on and play Janet Jackson to his ass. What have you done for me lately? I don't care about last year. I don't care. I want to see if you can win a championship as a head coach, and so far it have not been proven. It have not been proven. Y'all, when I say y'all, once again, I'm talking about y'all commentators on ESPN or whatever, Get Up or whatever. Y'all talk about Knicks firing Tom Thibodeau was wrong because they made the Eastern Conference Final. Mike Malone won a championship. Budenholzer won a championship. God damn it. When they fired Taylor Jenkins, they was going to make the playoffs. Come on, man. You do what's right, what you think is right. If you don't feel that guy is the guy for the team, you make the move. You ain't got to hold on to him just because everybody says something about loyalty. I'm going to be real. This is sports. This is sports. The only people loyal in sports is supposed to be the fans. Well, that's really are the fans. This is sports. The fans are the only one loyal, and we'll turn on a player once his ass is on another team, and he make any remarks that don't go with our narrative for our team. We'll turn on his ass. So let's be real. Loyalty do not exist in sports. This is a business. All right, I kind of sound like Herm Edwards for a second. Yeah, I'm a Jets fan, and I'm very, 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 very excited for this up-and-coming season. I feel, I'm not going to say no championship, but yeah, I feel the playoffs. And I don't care if we get knocked out in the first round. But with the New York Jets, that is an accomplishment. So Aaron Glenn, I'm with you 100%, man. I'm being real with you. Justin Fields was a quarterback I thought the New York Knicks should have drafted over. I'm already forgetting the bum's name. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted him over that player. But it is what it is. And let's get back into this mock draft. Matter of fact, is our last player on the list, and that is Kobe Sanders, another interesting player. But you see, we have him here last because I don't know. I don't have that much strong feeling, but I do my diligence. I check out players that could be there when the Knicks is picking, and he could be there, even though he's predicted to go higher than the number 50. I still have to do my diligence. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a little video of the kid, and let's talk about what he bring to this New York Knicks, or what he could bring. Kobe's a fascinating under the radar piece for the Knicks title aspirations. I'm just being funny here, but especially they looking for like a round out rotation player, a versatile, cost efficient talent. I mean, because he's not a finished product as well. None of these kids, and most of those kids coming out of college, are not finished products. But in the playoffs, having a Swiss Army knife like Sanders who can fill gaps and basically play damn near every role but center and adapt to different matchups could be a difference between a good team and a great one. I don't know. Like I said, under the radar type player, you know what I'm saying? What else can I say about Kobe? He was a top performer at Portmore, but injuries prevented him from taking advantage of he wasn't to the combine. He got hurt, so he wasn't there. I know he's a big wing, score at 3 levels, average 4.5 assists. Should be in conversation for a number of teams. They expect him to get drafted somewhere around 45. Chicago Bulls, they think that he will go. They actually compare him to Kyle Kuzma. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Kuzma. And matter of fact, I didn't really give my comparisons to the other 3 guys. So let me just back up. It's going to be a second because I want to compare these guys, give my comparison. First of all, I think Yannick reminds me of my man Jackson Hayes and Nick Claxton. He's a combination of both of them to me. Then when you slide over to my man Salas, he reminds me of Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm just going to be real, Tim Hardaway Jr., and when I look at him. Now, with Dixon, it's kind of hard. I was thinking of Randolph. I'm talking about Randolph of the years old. But Randolph had an inside presence and he couldn't really shoot that well as he could. It's kind of hard to give a pro comparison for Eric Dixon. So I'm going to say Eric Dixon is a man of his own. I'm just going to leave it at that. And it might be interesting to see what the Knicks do. If he's there, will the Knicks pass up on Eric Dixon? You know what I'm saying? We got Kobe Bryant averaging 15 points here, 3.9 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Like I said earlier, he will pass the ball. He's not selfish. Like I said, I like the kid. You know what I'm saying? Shoot 46% on the field. Let's see, his 3-point shooting downtown, or 34%. I like him, but what will he bring to this Knicks team? Playmaking, size at 6'9". Usually for a tall guard, he's a tall guard, 6'9". That's one thing. Defense, we can match him up against guys like Luka. You know what I'm saying? Let's give him a unique advantage to see over defense and switching defensively. Off the ball versatility, he's not a ball dominant player, which makes him a great fit for teams, especially like Jalen Brunson or Mikal Bridges. He can cut, spot up, keep the offensive flowing without needing a ton of touches. Defensive switchability, his length and mobility allow him to guard multiple positions. That's gold in playoffs, let's be real, with teams hump mismatches. Sanders could be a plug-and-play guy, defender for Tom Thibodeau style scheme or whoever ends up coaching the New York Knicks. I mean, I like this guy, but I don't think he's going to be there. I'm just going to be real. I think somebody going to draft him. I think he's going to go Kobe. I think Kobe going to get drafted somewhere like in between 35 and 40. But that's why I'm not as high on him. But I do like this kid because a big guard like him, we need a big guard. That's one of the weaknesses on the New York Knicks. We need a big guard. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need a big guard. So y'all let me know. So far, I hit y'all with 8 players. I hope y'all I want y'all to write the names down. If y'all haven't, go back to my last video, my last draft video. Write them names down. So when the draft come, only less than a week away, we will see who the New York Knicks choose out of these. I said I'm gonna say 12 players. I got one more draft video coming up. So far it's 8. So write all of them down and let's see if I'm right on either one of them. Let's just see if I got a hit on either one of these players who I came on the show with. All right. And with that being said, excuse me, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.